Well, from my point of view, basically I couldn't walk that far without having to sit down and rest because it was all one side of my leg. And gardening or any kind of activity I could only do for short periods at a time before I sort of kind of hit a wall and thought I've got to go and sit and rest. But then if I sat and rested, then I'm still hurting because I'm compressing everything. So basically it limited my activity quite a lot.
I think I took my health as being acceptable, and aches and pains are just part of growing old. And I think coming to the chiropractor, it sort of put a new light on it.
Just being actually more active, more fun with my grandchildren as well. You know, sort of getting down on the floor, doing that sort of thing with children, with my granddaughter, and sort of doing more in the garden, walking a lot more.
I just felt movement is a lot better. I'm not so stiff and rigid. So I think when you give up work and so forth, you get at that routine, and coming to the chiropractor, it just loosens up, like a car engine really, which seizes up. It just gets them parts moving.
One thing that happened here was I was x-rayed and they found out that I'd broken my L4, and that would have been spring last year, and I've been in extreme pain, and since I've been here now, even though I've still got that to have sorted, I can walk more further. I'm not sitting down. I'm not like an old lady sort of walking up a hill and sort of getting out of breath so much and having to rest a lot more. I can work longer in the garden, I can run around a bit more. I'm more active, I've got more energy. I can now, instead of like going like this with my neck, I can turn my head both ways. So, and also what it's taught me is to sit properly as well, always make sure I'm sat up straight, to look after my spine, where before I was not looking after my spine, it's legs crossed, etc. And but I'm more aware of what I should be doing with my body and what we've learnt basically. But yeah, my energy levels have gone like from here up to here. My movement the same.
I think it's given encouragement as to that you've got to keep your body parts moving. I think it gives you better posture in yourself, even instead of how to read a book, not looking down for bad posture, looking up, and things like that really.
I was never a person for sitting down for long periods. I'm always on the go, but basically even sort of now I sit down obviously, and I do more activities. We go into the gym, so we combine the two, which is really good for strengthening. And we've got, in the gym they actually sort of give you the exercises which are beneficial to you. When Dr. Jazz says no, Julie's dropped a drawer on her toe and a badly bruised toe, so I was then given exercises where I wasn't sort of like leaning on my toes and pressing down on my toes. Yeah, so combining the two has been really beneficial as well. We've learnt so much.
I think I'd add to that really, exactly what Julie's saying, that there's certain things which I found hard to do through previous injuries, they've improved, and I think it's given also quite a bit more zest to my life. And I could even see through Julie how she's improved with walking going up hills, you know, where she used to sort of be out of breath.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And just takes it in stride now.
I think
I feel the same way.
Yeah, we were on a holiday and my
In
son.
Yorkshire, places.
My son phoned me, I was walking up a hill, and he said, "Mum, you're on the phone and you're not getting out of breath and you're not stopping." Rucksack on my back, walking up a hill, talking on the phone, and was fantastic. So that was amazing to me.
Amazing for me to be able to stick there looking around from see where she was.
I've had back problems since the age of about 23, just on, off, and then obviously like thousands of other people, I've got osteoarthritis, but I always felt there was a bit more there, which the movement of my body, basically, I needed to improve. So I felt the only way forward is a chiropractor. Through the treatment that I've had over the years, regarding like physio and just being given a piece of paper with exercises on, you'll go home and maybe for a couple of days you may do a few of these exercises, but you don't continue it, so you're not having any continuous treatment at all. But coming here, because you're making an appointment and you're being seen and things are being explained to you, it's ongoing, and you're having it done. You're doing something good for yourself, and you need it. You know, your health is so important. So do it and look after your body, because nobody else is going to. Even the NHS, as wonderful as they are, you do not get that same treatment as you would do at a chiropractor.
I think even if it's when you get to recommend to a physio from your GP, you don't get the same service as what you get with a chiropractor. It's much more deep than that.
Just do it. Yeah, fabulous.
Marvellous.